Welcome to the channel where you'll hear the world's greatest tales. Here is one of the famous tales from the island of God, Bali, Indonesia. Calon Arang, Queen of Layaks. Once upon a time, there was a black magic school led by a widow named Calon Arang. She lived in the village of Gira during the reign of King Erlangga, the king of Kediri Kingdom. The villagers knew her as a widow who had the power of black magic. She often damaged farmers' crops and caused diseases. Therefore, they called her Rungda Nating Gira. Rungda means widow and Nating means ruler. Rungda Nating Gira means a widow that ruled Gira village. In Bali mythology, Rungda is the queen of Layaks. Calon Arang had a very beautiful daughter. Her name was Dia Ratna Mangali. However, even though her face was very pretty, not a single man had dared to propose to Dia Ratna Mangali. Not only because people in the village were frightened of her mother, Calon Arang, but also they were afraid of Calon Arang inheriting the power of the black magic to her daughter, Dia Ratna Mangali. This situation of course made Calon Arang sad and furious. The villagers also accused Dia Ratna Mangali of having the power of black magic. People called Calon Arang and Dia Ratna Mangali as mother and daughter who had the power of black magic. And they both together were a curse to the village because they caused the failed crops and diseases to the villagers. Calon Arang wanted to get revenge on the Gira villagers so badly. One night, when the people of Kediri were asleep, Calon Arang sent her students to destroy the coastal villages of the Kediri kingdom. That night, colorful fireballs landed on the streets, followed by small fireballs that also flew around. The villagers that were asleep were not ready for the incoming attacks. Many houses, crops, and fields were burned and destroyed by the army of Calon Arang. Layaks also came in many forms. Layak is a mythological figure in the form of a flying head with entrails such as heart, lung, liver, and others still attached. The Layaks were Calon Arang students that had black magic power that could turn themselves into. The atmosphere was tense that night because the villagers could not fight back the army of Calon Arang. Then the village representatives reported the incident to King Erlangga and asked for his help. King Erlangga was angry and tried to fight. However, the king's strength could not match Calon Arang's supernatural powers. King Erlangga decided to attack Calon Arang, but Calon Arang knew about the plan. The attack led by Ki Party Madri failed and Ki Party Madri fell. This attack made Calon Arang very mad and sent more of her students to destroy the villages and sent more diseases to the villagers. To solve the problem, King Erlangga gathered his ministers and asked for their opinions on how to defeat Calon Arang. It was said that only Empu Barada had the power that could fight Calon Arang's black magic power. Without waiting any longer, King Erlangga ordered Empu Barada to fight Calon Arang. In order to defeat Calon Arang, Empu Barada came up with a strategy. He ordered his student, Bahula, to propose to Dia Ratna Mangali, the daughter of Calon Arang. Bahula accepted his task given by his master, Empu Barada, and promised him that he would be successful in his mission. Knowing that Bahula had proposed to Dia Ratna Mangali, this situation made Calon Arang very happy. She held a celebration party on Bahula and Dia Ratna Mangali's marriage in the village and invited all of the villagers. Calon Arang made a very big party that lasted 7 days and 7 nights. After holding her daughter's marriage party for 7 days and 7 nights, Calon Arang was tired and exhausted. She rested in her secret place and fell asleep with a spell book in her hands. That spell book was the source of Calon Arang's black magic power because Calon Arang could summon Goddess Durga by using spells on the book to turn her into a queen of Layaks. By the spells from that book, Calon Arang could become the powerful queen of Layaks that could get anything that she wanted. After becoming Calon Arang's son-in-law, Bahula began his mission. The mission was that he had to take Calon Arang's spell book secretly. Knowing that Calon Arang was asleep after the marriage party, Bahula could take the spell book easily from her. As soon as Bahula managed to get the book, he then gave it to Empu Barada. Not long after, Empu Barada attacked Calon Arang, knowing that she did not have the superpower coming from the spell book anymore. Because Calon Arang did not have the spell book with her, her magic power was weakened. Empu Barada could defeat Calon Arang easily. Finally, Calon Arang was conquered by Empu Barada. Knowledge about Layaks has grown rapidly and continues to exist today as a part of Balinese culture. Balinese people believe that the black magic of Layaks is still there among people in Bali, and there are still some people who have practiced it. The legend of Calon Arang, Queen of Layaks, has some moral messages that we can learn. The first one is that mothers would do anything for their children's happiness. And the second one is that revenge can harm people and it might backfires. Kind people are the best kind of people. Like and subscribe for more fascinating stories.